Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com this afternoon from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. It's the visiting Jefferson Academy Jaguars against the Brush Speed Diggers. I'm John Beltran as Tyler Monday pitching to Tyler Gray. Looked like he just threw him a 2-0 fastball down the middle, but it was called a ball. 3-0 to the left-handed hitter Gray for Jefferson Academy. We'll set up the lineup momentarily, and that fastball, same location, a little bit high. I can tell you right now, a tight strike zone, and on 4 pitches, Tyler Gray walks, and that'll bring up Damian Wise. The Beat Diggers defensively have Mitch Tormolin at first, Arnoldo Maltos Garcia at second, Mike Gutierrez at third. Kyle Rosenbrock is the shortstop. Around the outfield, Grayson Simmons in left, Nico Guzman in center, Jesus Cardenas in right, Alec Peterson behind the plate, throw to first, and Gray back in diving. As we always do, you can follow this game live, pitch by pitch, on KSIRsports.com. The stretch by Monday. Wise squaring to bunt, and the throw back to first, back in diving once again, is Gray. Jefferson Academy officially at 0-0-1. Played to a 2-all tie against Conifer. The Beat Diggers lost their first 3 games of the season, albeit shorthanded, but then they won their last 2 at that tournament in Colorado Springs. And the fastball, a strike on the outer half at the knees, and it's 0-1, beating St. Mary's 8-6. And Colorado Springs Christian 14-10. This is our first game in over 3 weeks. The Big Diggers lost to Sterling 9-1 in the opening game of the Fort Morgan Spring Classic. Throw back to first, and the tag and safe is Gray. He was leaning towards second. And Monday started that game that the Big Diggers lost over the season. Throw back to first. And again, Gray is back. Monday's got a pretty nifty move over there. It's just got to get him leaning a little bit more. And perhaps that throw a little bit towards the runner. That's a huge lead. 3 steps. Let's see if he goes over again. And the offering runner going. That's a strike. The throw to second off the double pump goes into center field over in Rosenbrock's head, but Nico Guzman backs up. 2 strikes to Wise, a stolen base for Tyler Gray. On deck is Stephen Kohlberg, followed by Jake Barlow. And we'll set the rest of the lineup here as soon as we get through this batter. No balls and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting Wise. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and Monday blew him away on 3 pitches. And there's 1 down here in the top half of the first inning. And that'll bring up the right-handed hitting Stephen Kohlberg. For Jefferson Academy, batting 5th is the catcher Michael Tybun. Second baseman Aaron Ladner hits 6th. Sean Buckley, the center fielder, bats 7th. The pitch. That's right down the middle for a strike at the knees with a fastball. It's 0-1. David Schlegel, the first baseman, hits 8th. Again, preceded by the center fielder Sean Buckley. And David Kohlberg, the pitcher, bats 9th. This is Stephen Kohlberg at no balls and 1 strike. With Tyler Gray at second, who walked on 4 pitches. Opening pitch today, brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. It is cold. Swung on and popped straight back. It's 0-2. With 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan, Ingmeyer Phillips can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or needs. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. No balls and 2 strikes to Kohlberg after 4 balls thrown by Monday. He's thrown 5 consecutive strikes, the stretch. And the 0-2. Low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good pitch there by Monday to get Kohlberg thinking about swinging. Still not as green as this field is going to be once we get full-fledged into spring. Gray with a 4-step lead. And the 1-2. Low with a fastball. The count levels at 2-2. The Bee Diggers just added a game to their schedule. So we'll have it Friday at 3 o'clock in Thornton. Friday at 3 o'clock. Brush on the road against Thornton. They were only supposed to play today, but they've got to fill out that schedule. They lost 1 game in the Fort Morgan Spring Classic. The pitch swung on and fouled straight back. The count remains at 2-2 to the right-handed hitting Stephen Kohlberg against the right-hander Tyler Monday. Gray at second with a substantial lead. Second baseman Maltos Garcia cheating towards the bag a little bit. Now retreats towards his natural position. Swing and a miss, and he got it by him. Monday registers his 2nd strikeout in as many batters as Kohlberg went waving at that pitch, and there's 2 down. Here's Jake Barlow. And Monday is pounding the strike zone now after just working out the kinks against the left-handed hitting Gray. Barlow also hitting from the right side. The pitch. Fastball is a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East at 1209 Main Street in Fort Morgan will professionally fit you into the car, truck of your choice, serving all of Northeast Colorado. Ehrlich Toyota East. Fastball is on the outside corner at the knees for a strike. And the count is level to Jake Barlow at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down in the top of the first inning. This is a non-league game as the Beat Diggers go for their 3rd consecutive victory. The offering up and in with a fastball. Beat Diggers started the season with losses to Sterling and Platte Valley right here in the Fort Morgan Spring Classic. Then they were 2 hit by Woodland in the opening game of that St. Mary's Classic in Colorado Springs. They lost that game 4-1 before 8-6 and 14-10 wins over St. Mary's and Colorado Springs Christian, respectively. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 down, a man at second. The stretch by Monday. The offering. Fastball is low. 3-1 with Michael Tybin on deck. I'm sure Barlow looking for a fastball right in the heart of the plate. 3-1. Swung on, driven down the line. That is trouble all the way, headed to the corner. Rounding third is Gray. He'll score easily. And into second is Jake Barlow with an RBI double. And the Jaguars lead 1-0 in the top of the first inning, and he really got the pitch he wanted. And here's Mike Tybin. And that's what happens in baseball. You fall behind the hitter, and they look for a pitch, and that time Barlow got it. Stretch by Monday. And the offering. Fastball is up and away, but Monday can still strike out the side here in the first. Big, strong right-hander looks in. Alec Peterson lays down the sign. And the 1-0 offering. Swung on and fouled back. Might have taken something off that pitch. It's 1-1. And the Bee Diggers are deep in pitching, no question about it. You got Rosenbrock at the top of the rotation. Obviously, Ryan Hirschfeld, who's not in the starting lineup right now. 1-1 pitch. Swung on a check swing towards the right side. First baseman Tormolen tosses to the pitcher covering, and Monday has it go off his glove. The runner rounds third and scores. And Barlow makes it 2-0. That'll be an error on Monday. Looked like it was thrown right there, and Monday took his eye off the ball, so that will be an error on Tyler Monday. No run batted in. And here's Aaron Ladner. So Jefferson Academy with an early 2-0 lead. Even though that errors on the pitcher, it's an unearned run. The stretch. And the offering. Swung on and grounded to short. Rosenbrock is right there. Underhands to second for the force. And the inning is over. 2 runs on 1 hit. There was a Beat Digger error and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the first inning in Brush. Jefferson Academy 2, and the Beat Diggers are coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Beat Digger starting lineup is brought to you by Blowdorn Lumber. At blowdornlumber.com, you can browse the virtual showroom, view the current sales flyer, complete a credit application, and shop the entire inventory online. Doesn't matter if you're a contractor or painting your kitchen. At Blowdorn Lumber, you'll get the same friendly service and advice to make your job easier. Friendly, play serious service, Blowdorn Lumber. For the Beat Diggers, batting first is the catcher, Alec Peterson. Second baseman, Arnoldo Maltos Garcia hits second. The shortstop, Kyle Rosenbrock, bats third. The cleanup hitters, the first baseman, Mitch Tormolen. Jesus Cardenas, the right fielder, hits fifth. Pitcher, Tyler Monday, hits sixth. Mike Gutierrez, the third baseman, bats seventh. The center fielder, Nico Guzman, will hit eighth. And Grayson Simmons in left will bat ninth. For Jefferson Academy defensively, David Schlegel's at first. The second baseman is Aaron Ladner. Jake Barlow's at third. Stephen Kohlberg in between him at short. Around the outfield, Tyler Gray is in left. The center fielder, Sean Buckley. Damian Wise in right. Michael Tybin behind the plate. And right-hander David Kohlberg is on the mound. And here is Alec Peterson. So it'll be a little bit of a different lineup than we saw 3 weeks ago, since Tormolen and Rosenbrock are back with a team after finishing in third place in basketball. The pitch. And that changeup rides up and in. B-Diggers will have to be patient. We've seen so many B-Digger teams in past years that they struggle with the off-speed pitch, trying to be overly aggressive. 1 ball and no strikes to the sophomore catcher. The offering, and that almost hit him. 2 balls and no strikes. You don't have to travel out of town to receive the best and most advanced hearing health care. Visit Platte Valley Hearing Center, 409 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Jefferson Academy with a 2-0 lead, as they scored on an RBI double from Jake Barlow and an error. The pitch right there for a strike with a fastball. At the knees, it's 2-1. And even though the B-Diggers have some experience in this lineup, they still have quite a few underclassmen. Monday and Tormolen are seniors. Wind and pitch upstairs. Ball 3, strike 1 to Alec Peterson. And we know that Peterson can run. You get on and can almost be an automatic double. Tybin lays down the sign. 3-1 pitch up and in, and on a changeup, Peterson walks. Well, that's the way the game started for Jefferson Academy. Here's Arnoldo Maltos Garcia, wearing the same number his brother did, Arturo, number 12. That's if I remember correctly, but I think he did. 2-step lead at first for Peterson, now stretches it out. The freshman awaits the pitch, and that is inside with a fastball. It's 1-0. And the B-Diggers will be as patient as they have to be. They got that offense cranking with 22 runs combined in the final 2 games in Colorado Springs. 3-step lead for Peterson. Throw back to first. Low throw. Dug out by Schlegel there. The league schedule will get going next week. The Patriot League schedule, but I got to get these non-league games out of the way first. And the 1-0 offering. Swing and fouled on that changeup right off the catcher Tybin. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, you really got to wait with these changeups. But the one thing that Kohlberg is doing, he's elevating the changeup. That could be dangerous. If the B-Diggers are patient enough, they can park 1 or 2 out of here, even on this cold Tuesday. Peterson with a 3-step advantage. And the throw back to first, nothing doing. Yeah, you're going to have to really fire it to first and get Peterson off balance to have a chance of getting him out. It's Kohlberg just almost providing some room service there just as a courtesy. The 1-1 pitch upstairs with a changeup, 2-1. Yeah, that's normally a matter of a follow-through of the changeup, or any pitch is elevated. Got to follow through a little bit more. A good hitter's count, a good running count as well. 3-step lead for Peterson. The 2-1 swung on and fouled off to the right. And the count is at 2-2. Yeah, not a big crowd, at least off to the left. We got quite a few in the outfield. And don't blame them if they're bundled up or even inside their automobiles, because it's certainly not baseball weather. It's certainly not the worst we've seen throughout the years. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Maltos Garcia, runner going. Swung on and popped up into right center field. A long run to his left for the center fielder. And the ball is dropped out there. It looks like they're going to force him at second as the ball was taken out there in right field. And the force is made. That's going to go 9-6. As Sean Buckley with a hard run, but it looked like it was picked up by Wise. Unfortunately for Maltos Garcia, that turns into a fielder's choice. And there's 1 down. Nothing you could do there, because that ball looked like it was going to be caught. And when it wasn't, it was an easy force with Peterson retreating to first. Here's Rosenbrock, the sophomore. The stretch. And the pitch. And the changeup is a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Oh, what a lineup here at the top 3 when you have a sophomore, a freshman, and a sophomore. The potential is obviously endless here. 2-step lead for Maltos Garcia. Throw back to first. Yeah, not a very strong move for Kohlberg. In fact, I'm surprised the B-Diggers haven't taken off on him. Doesn't have a fast delivery to the plate. And Peterson can run, so can Arnoldo. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 2-0 Jefferson Academy in the first inning. Again, a step off, throw back. Tag applied, but obviously not in time by the Jefferson Academy first baseman, David Schlegel. Tybin lays down the sign, setting up on the outside corner. And the 0-1 offering. Inside, throw back to first. Garcia back and standing. Matos Garcia went in racing to the bag. Well, this is what will extend just a half inning. We've seen lots of pickoff attempts. That's the first we've seen from the catcher's position. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Pitch to Rosenbrock. Changeup is upstairs. Ball 2, strike 1. The friendly staff at High Plains Bank in Wiggins can assist you with a home loan, equity line of credit, commercial loan, or checking account. To receive hometown service in a higher plane, visit High Plains Bank today. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the offering. Low. 3-1. Kohlberg has been all over the ball zone. 9 balls and 5 strikes. Well, just like Barlow looked for a fastball on 3-1 in the top of the first, Rosenbrock looks for a good pitch here, and that is inside another changeup, and that's the second walk of the inning issued to a B-digger. That'll bring up Mitch Tormolen, the senior first baseman, who last year in his first at-bat of the 3A state tournament hit a 2-run homer against Weld Central in a 3-2 victory. And that was off of the hard-throwing right-hander Matt Begler. Visit to the mound. Yeah, the only positive thing, if you're Jefferson Academy, you have these issues with a changeup pitcher. It doesn't really wear on your arm. I would think that Kohlberg could throw well over 100 pitches. Not much of a fastball. He's really just trying to throw the all-speed stuff to get the B-diggers off balance. 2 on, 1 out. 2-0 Jefferson Academy here in the bottom of the first inning from Sunset Baseball Field. Tormolen awaits the pitch. Here it is. Upstairs with a fastball. It's 1-0. Well, that's 11 balls and 5 strikes. Matos Garcia at second. At first is Rosenbrock. Tybin lays down the sign. And the fake no throw to second. And that also happens, especially at this level. You struggle, then you go for the cheap out. And you'll take it if the opposing team gives it to you, but the B-diggers are not going to give it to Jefferson Academy. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. And the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Have the B-diggers in Thornton on Friday once again, 3 o'clock on 1010 and KSIR.com. Hopefully by then the B-diggers will be 3-3 after a win today. But they're down 2-0 in the bottom of the first inning. And the 1-1 upstairs with a changeup. Ball 2, strike 1. On deck is Jesus Cardenas. The stretch by Kohlberg. Tormolen awaits the 2-1, and he swings and pops it foul over the press box, and the count is now at 2-2. Yeah, that's the thing. You've got to be so patient, and as patient as Tormolen was, he got underneath the 2 pitches he swung at. You have to wait just a little bit longer and get the head of the bat a little bit higher because he's elevating the changeup. And the 2-2 up and in with a fastball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. All right, interesting decision here by head coach Mark Muniz. He could do a hit and run. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tormolen, not really a strikeout hitter. He puts it in play for the most part. Let's see the runners take off on 3-2. They will stay. Swung on and hit off the end of the bat on the right side. Tormolen racing towards first. The toss, the tag, and out! Stepping on the bag on the 3-1 was the pitcher covering Kohlberg as the play was made by David Schlegel. Oh, an excellent play on both ends because that thing was hit extremely slow. The runners do advance. And there are 2 down for Jesus Cardenas. And again, he threw him a changeup on that 3-2. Let's see if Jesus can deliver a 2-run single to tie this game up. The stretch. And the offering. Swing and a miss up and in on the fastball. It's 0-1. The B-diggers are the defending 3A runner-ups. They won their first 3 games of the state tournament 1 year ago, then lost to Lamar and to Eaton 6-4 in the state championship game. 0-1 pitch, up and in. Took something off of that when the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, with the pace of this game, we could be here a while. We're at 22 minutes already, and we're not through 1 inning yet. The 1-1. Right there with a changeup at the knees, it's 1-2. At third is Maltos Garcia. Rosenbrock at second. Big gap there in right center with the center fielder Buckley shaded towards left center. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and driven in the air into left field. Should be a routine play. Coming in, making the one-handed catch is Tyler Gray. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left. 1 complete from Sunset Baseball Field. It is Jefferson Academy 2, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Jefferson Academy with a 2-0 lead as we head to the top half of the second inning. Tyler Monday allowed 1 earned and 1 unearned run in the first inning. Sean Buckley, David Schlegel, and David Kohlberg, 7, 8, and 9 come up for the Jaguars. Buckley from the right side. It's an all right-handed hitting lineup with the exception of the left fielder Tyler Gray. Wind and pitch. Swag and a miss on a fastball. Right above belt level, it's 0-1. Monday did register a couple of strikeouts in the opening frame. Tyler Monday kicks and fires. Right there, fastball down the middle at the knees, it's 0-2. Let's see if Monday goes with something else. Now Monday's thrown 14 of his last 20 pitches for strikes. The pitch, low and away. Good location for him. 1 ball and 2 strikes. At 502 Ensign in Fort Morgan, B&B Appliance can help you save water, energy, and the environment without sacrificing quality and performance. Pitch, low and away. Change for the better with B&B Appliance. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Sean Buckley. We're in the top of the second inning. John Beltran with you from Sunset Baseball Field. The Bee Diggers trail the Jaguars 2-0. And the offering. Swing and a miss, and he blew Buckley away with a fastball. There's 1 down here in the second. Strikeout number 3 for Tyler Monday. That'll bring up David Schlegel, the first baseman. Only 2 balls have been put in play against Monday. One was an RBI double, the other a ground out. The pitch, strike, fastball, outside half. Just above the knees, it's 0-1. And Monday doesn't waste any time. He gets that ball, wants to fire right back in there. The pitch, low and away. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming up after this game, Rockies and Brewers in a second of a 3-game set from Milwaukee. It'll be Jorge De La Rosa throwing for the Rockies and Marco Estrada for the Brewers, who won yesterday 5-4 in 10 innings. The pitch, strike 2, another fastball on the outer half, thigh high. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting David Schlegel. The pitch, check swing, didn't go with a high fastball. The count is level at 2-2. Monday just struck out the previous hitter on a 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, fastball at the knees. Strikeout number 4 for Tyler Monday. 2 down here in the top of the second inning. That'll bring up David Kohlberg, another right-handed hitter for Jefferson Academy. Monday doing a good job of just taking care of it by himself. Swing and a miss at a ball up in the zone. Took something off of that one. It's 0-1. Looked like Kohlberg might have been out in front. The wind in the 0-1 pitch. Fastball is popped foul, out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, the only time Monday's really gotten in trouble is when he's fallen behind the hitters. And the 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Short-armed it a bit. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Peterson lays down the sign. And the pitch swung on and fouled back. Count remains at 1-2. Tyler Gray's on deck. He began the game by walking on 4 pitches, later scored on the Jake Barlow RBI double. Let's see if Monday can strike out the side in order. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on a changeup, even short-armed it a little bit. And Tyler Monday doing a fantastic job here in the second inning. Strikes out the side. He's got 5 strikeouts in just 2 innings of work. Let's head to the bottom of the second inning. Jefferson Academy 2, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Tyler Monday is going to look to help his own cause here. He leads off the bottom of the second inning in Brush, with the Beat Diggers trailing the Jefferson Academy Jaguars 2-0. In game number 6 of the year for Brush, only the second game for Jefferson Academy. Earlier today on 1010 Preps and More, I spoke with Stratton head coach Rod Thompson. They're the 3-time defending Class A champions. They're playing their first game of the 2013 season. Monday with an open stance. The wind and pitch swung on and popped up into foul territory. And that is headed my way. I was going to catch that, but I didn't want to show off. I knew that was coming my way. I'm not catching, not with a bare hand. And the boos have started. I should catch it like this. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, now I feel weak. I should have made a play on that. The pitch swung on. And that one, I'm not going after that one. It's 0-2. So that's it. I just go after the 1. No balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, somebody get me a glove here. I'm not catching that in this weather like this. Here's the wind and the 0-2 to Monday. Swung on and fouled again. And that one I'm not getting either. They're getting further and further away from me. 3 foul balls by Monday. And all changeups thrown here by the right-hander, David Kohlberg. Here's the wind and pitch in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, I'd rather have it break my hand than a window. No, I'll take that back. Monday awaits the 1-2 offering, and he swings and hits that ball off the end of the bat towards second. A routine play to his right, throwing to first is Ladner, and that's the opening out here at the bottom of the second inning.
Now batting, third baseman, number 16, Mikey Gutierrez.
1 down for Mike Gutierrez. Gutierrez, just a sophomore, playing third base today. Here's the wind by the right-hander Kohlberg, and the offering. Up and in with a changeup. 1 ball and no strikes. Laying down the sign is Tybin. And the pitch. Up and in, it's 2-0. Crowd starting to settle in here. I think we had 2 people at first pitch, at least off to the left here. Now we got quite a few more. The offering. Ooh, that ball nearly hit him. Another changeup. It's 3-0 to Gutierrez. And Kohlberg did walk 2 in the opening frame. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the wind and offering. Right there with a strike. 3-1. Gutierrez with an open stance for the right side. Awaits the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and popped up on the left side. And that one is out of play. The count is at 3-2. To Mike Gutierrez. The sophomore awaits the 3-2 pitch. This will be the 36th pitch thrown by David Kohlberg, and here it is. Swing and a miss, and a ball that would have been ball 4 was up and in, and Gutierrez strikes out, and there's 2 down. And that is simply just inexperience. Here is Nico Guzman. Guzman, another sophomore. The Beat Diggers trail 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Wind and pitch. Swing and a miss at a ball up in the zone. Again on that changeup, it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. The wind by Kohlberg, the offering inside. That was a fastball. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jefferson Academy had just 1 hit. That's the only hit of the game. But it was an RBI double plating the first run. A strike with another changeup. At the knees on the outer half, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nico Guzman. That was one of the better pitches because it was located so well that Kohlberg is thrown. The B-Digger center fielder waits the 1-2, and he swings and lines it hard on the ground. Shortstop backhands it deep in the hole. He'll have no play. Guzman will beat it out. Stephen Kohlberg was able to get a glove on it and almost came up with it cleanly. I'm not sure he throws out Guzman. That's going to be an infield hit for the B-Digger center fielder. And here's Grayson Simmons. Both teams have 1 hit in the game. Simmons hitting from the left side. He's the left fielder today, another sophomore for Brush. The stretch. Let's see if Guzman takes off. 3-step lead at first, step-off throw. Nothing doing. Nico back in plenty of time. Yeah, you can follow us live, KSIRsports.com, the pitch-by-pitch element. You'll see there's been quite a few pickoff attempts in this game, and we're not even 2 innings in. Stretch by Kohlberg. And the pitch. Swung on and lined into right field for a base hit. Hit very hard, and it's off the right fielder. Rounding second is Guzman, and he's headed towards third. He's in there. So runners at the corners after the base hit by Grayson Simmons. Back to the top of the order. And Alec Peterson. Good job of being patient there by Simmons. And I mean patient in terms of waiting for that changeup. Alec Peterson walked in his first plate appearance. The B-Diggers stranded 2 in the opening frame. They've got 2 on right now with 2 down. The stretch. Kohlberg delivers upstairs with a fastball that's 1-0. And by the time this gets to perhaps the end of the second inning, he'll throw in about 50 pitches here. It's at 42. And a step off, no throw. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 out, 2 on. Bottom of the second. Jefferson Academy with a 2-0 lead. Tybin lays down the sign. And the pitch to Peterson. And he swings and sends a fly ball into shallow center field. Coming in a few steps, ranging under it, making the catch is Buckley. The inning is over. The B-Diggers do not score. They get 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. 2 complete from Sunset Baseball Field. In Brush, the score. Jefferson Academy 2, Brush nothing. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. The B-Diggers trailed Jefferson Academy 2-0 as we head to the 3rd inning. And Tyler Monday has been very good with 5 strikeouts. He did issue a leadoff walk, and that came home to roost as Tyler Gray, who will lead off the 3rd inning, did score. He'll be followed by Damian Wise and Stephen Kohlberg. Jefferson Academy scored both of their runs in the first. The B-Diggers have stranded 4 in the game. And this time I put a glove on my left hand. Any foul ball hit in this area, I'm going to go for it. Let's see what I have as a temperature. I'm trying to justify why I was such a wimp and didn't go for the foul ball. If it's under 50 degrees, I'll excuse myself. 45 degrees here in Brush. Tyler Gray steps in. He scored the game's first run, squaring to bunt, and he waves at it and misses it. On the outside corner, it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Tyler Gray. The only left-handed hitter in this Jefferson Academy lineup. Wind and pitch. A strike, a fastball at the knees, down the middle, it's 0-2. Monday's thrown a lot fewer pitches than Kohlberg of Jefferson Academy. I shouldn't say a lot fewer, but definitely fewer. The pitch just a little bit low with that fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Monday on pace to strike out well into the double digits. 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss on a changeup. And he got him up in the zone, and there's one down. And for Tyler Monday, that's the 6th strikeout of the game, and he has struck out the last 4 Jaguars. That'll bring up Damian Wise, right-handed hitter who is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the first. And he swings and sends a fly ball to deep left center field. Nico Guzman is way back towards the fence, and that ball is off the bottom of the fence. Rounding first is Wise. He's into second, and he will stay right there with a 1-out double. 2 doubles hit in this game against Tyler Monday. That ball was tattooed.
Now batting shortstop, number 8, Stephen Colberg.
Here's Stephen Colberg. Now hitting for Jefferson Academy. Colberg struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. So that ends the streak of 4 consecutive strikeouts by Monday. The stretch. And the offering squaring to bunt, and it's a strike with a fastball on the outer half of the knees. It's 0-1. Well, that's the story of this game. It's all about scoring runs. The Bee Diggers have 2 hits, as does Jefferson Academy, but Brush's hits were singles. The pitch, fisted foul and out of play. The count is at 0-2. The Bee Diggers have had their opportunity, stranding 4 over the first 2 innings as the temperature begins to drop a bit. No balls, 2 strikes. And the offering. Swung on, and that's lifted towards left field off the end of the bat for a base hit. Simmons will throw it into the cutoff. Runners at the corners. Not hit well by Colberg, but in the right spot. First and third with 1 out. And up to the plate for Jefferson Academy will be Jake Barlow, who smoked that RBI double in the first inning. Well, that's too bad for Monday. Had him at 0-2. Threw him the off-speed pitch, hit it right off the end of the bat. And not sure what Peterson is doing out there. I guess now calling or relaying the signal, I should say, back to Monday. Might have to do with a runner at first in case he takes off for second. Whether Peterson actually throws through or not. The stretch. And the pitch squaring to bunt, and it's a strike. The throw through to second is going to be caught over there by Rosenbrock, but in with a stolen base is Stephen Colberg. And I mentioned caught by Rosenbrock because it was thrown well behind the bag. It wasn't on the bag. So no balls and 1 strike. The stretch by Monday. And the pitch to Barlow. Fastball, a strike on the outer half at the knees. It's 0-2. All right, now you have another hitter here at no balls and 2 strikes. He has struck out 6 in the game. You need number 7 right now to keep this at a 2-0 contest. Monday stretches with the runners in scoring position. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Alec Peterson. Ball 1, strike 2. Northeast Colorado's locally owned Hometown Savings and Loan with locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. Equitable Savings and Loan. The 1-2 to Barlow. Here it is. Swung on and popped up on the right side in foul territory. The first baseman, Tormolen, calling for it, and he makes the catch as he backpedaled a bit, and there's 2 down. That's a big out recorded by Monday and the Bee Diggers. As the runners stay put. That'll bring up Michael Tybin. He reached on an error in the opening frame. He had a dribbler to the first baseman, Tormolen. He tossed to Monday covering at first, but Monday just dropped the ball. That allowed Barlow to score all the way from second. And that's where we are right now, 2-0 with 2 out and 2 on in the top of the 3rd inning. Stretch by Monday. And the pitch. Fastball, a strike on the outside corner just above the knees. And it's 0-1. Monday nearly with a 2-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio, 33 strikes and 17 balls. And he steps off, and that's after throwing 4 balls to the opening hitter of the game. So 33 of his last 46 pitches have been in the strike zone. The stretch. Tybin awaits the 0-1. Here it is. And he bounces it in there off of Peterson up the third base side towards the Digger dugout. Scoring easily is Damian Wise. He'll make it 3-0 on the wild pitch. And advancing to third is Stephen Kohlberg. Well, Monday just has to regroup at this point. That run, unfortunately for him, is earned. Yeah, the only thing that makes a run unearned with 2 outs is an error. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out, 1 on. Now a 3-0 Jefferson Academy lead. And the pitch, fastball way outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now, Monday has pitched well, but he just wants that consistency. 2-1 offering. That's off the glove of Peterson, headed towards the screen. Runner breaks for the plate. The slide to tag. Safe! And scoring is Stephen Kohlberg. We'll call that a pass ball because that ball made it to the plate on the fly. And on the pass ball, it's now 4-0 Jefferson Academy. And now Tybin hitting with the bases empty. It's a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Well, the Bee Diggers are going to have to pick this up on the offensive end now. Again, the only good thing about this game, it's a non-league game. They all count. Swung on and drilled high and deep into left center field. That one's headed towards the fence. 1 hop right up against the fence. Rounding first is Tybin. He's going to be into second with a 2-out double. And Jefferson Academy's come up with 2 huge hits in this frame, 3 overall. It'll be Aaron Ladner stepping to the plate for Jefferson Academy. Now we'll have a visit to the hill. 4 runs on 4 hits for the Jaguars, no runs on 2 hits for the Bee Diggers. And John Hirschfeld Jr. will make the pitching change. We'll take it with him. Brought to you by Greg Mullen of State Farm Insurance. Let the State Farm Insurance office of Greg Mullen and Brush help you find the best policy to fit your life. Home, auto, life, and health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call, 842-4555 in the 3rd inning. It is Jefferson Academy 4, Brush nothing. We'll take a break here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Ryan Hirschfeld is the new pitcher for Brush. Tyler Monday now at third base as Jefferson Academy leads 4-0. And they scored in this inning on a wild pitch and a pass ball. Here's Aaron Ladner, swung on and fouled back. Ladner hit into the fielder's choice to end the first. Yeah, I can see my own breath right now. It's dropping. Let's see, moments ago it was 45 degrees. Let's see if we can get a recalculation on that with the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, a strike at the knees. It's 0-2. Still says 45, but maybe they just haven't updated that. No balls and 2 strikes to Ladner, the right-handed hitter for Jefferson Academy. And the offering runner going. Curveball is low and away. The throw to third is wide. And a stolen base for Tybin. Now that might be a courtesy runner out there. Either way, it's a stolen base. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 down. The Jaguars with a 4-run lead. And the pitch. Ooh, the ball hit him, I think. Was it on the bat of the helmet? It was on the helmet on that fastball riding inside. So Ladner hit by a pitch. And runners at first and third. Boy, thank goodness for that. If you're going to get hit, get hit in the hardware. Here's Sean Buckley. Buckley struck out swinging against Tyler Monday. Yeah, it looked like Hirschfeld just overthrew that a bit. And then just didn't have control of the pitch. Letter jackets, T-shirts, and more. Bijou T-Quest at 302 Main Street in Fort Morgan for all of your sports apparel. Bijou T-Quest. You might have extra adrenaline coming in off the bench. The stretch with the runners in the corners. The pitch to Buckley. Swung on and hit weakly on the ground up the third baseline. Monday has it. He fires to first and retired as Buckley. The inning is over. However, 2 runs in the inning for Jefferson Academy. And they do it on 3 base hits. There were no errors and 2 men left. Let's head to the bottom of the third inning. It's Jefferson Academy 4, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Well, maybe the theme of the Bee Diggers this season is coming back. That's what they had to do to beat St. Mary's and Colorado Springs Christian. And now they trail 4-0 here in the bottom of the third inning against Jefferson Academy on their home field where they're 0-2 already. But this is their first full game with their complete roster. Here's Arnoldo Maltos Garcia, the freshman second baseman. He hit into a fielder's choice in his first at bat. He's 0 for 1. Wind and pitch. A strike with a changeup on the outer half at the knees. It's 0-1. For the best prices and special offers on top quality car parts and accessories, visit Central Auto Parts, 1001 West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Over his helmet on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Bee Diggers have been down the entire game after Jefferson Academy scored 2 in the top of the first. The wind and the 1-1 pitch. Down and in with a changeup. Ball 2, strike 1. And it's not like Kohlberg is fooling them. 24 strikes and 22 balls. Bee Diggers have to be very patient, especially when it's in the strike zone because of that changeup he's throwing. And here is the 2-1. Up and in. Looked like he went with a heater that time. 3 balls and 1 strike. The Bee Diggers are looking for their third consecutive win. It's a 3-1 to Arnoldo Maltos Garcia, the pitch. And he takes it for a ball. Another changeup. That'll bring up Kyle Rosenbrock. I tell you that Kohlberg has survived so far. At some point, the Bee Diggers have to make him pay for all these walks. So far for him, we'll check the stats here. Swung on and popped up on the right side of the infield. Ladner, the second baseman, to his right, is going to make the catch. There's 1 down. Wow. Yeah, 3 walks issued by Kohlberg, although it seems a lot more. And again, that's why you have to be patient with a changeup. Because normally what will happen, you'll just pop that thing right up. Changeup produces a lot more pop-ups than it does ground balls, at least with the way Kohlberg is throwing it. Step-off throw to first. Back in diving is Maltos Garcia. But again, the one surprising thing is that the Bee Diggers are not running. I mean, they've got some speed. They've had some speed on the bases. They're not running at all. Step and throw. Not to say that Tybin doesn't have a arm behind the plate, but you might want to test him. Mitch Tormolen 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. The stretch. And the pitch to Tormolen. Swing and a foul tip right off the catcher. It's 0-1. Follow us pitch by pitch once again, KSIRsports.com. If you're wondering what happened earlier in this game, you can scroll all the way down to the very opening pitch. And the offering. Down and in with a changeup. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 4-0 Jefferson Academy in the bottom of the third inning in Brush. And the pitch to Tormolen. Down in the zone. In fact, it got scooped by the catcher, Tybin. Ball 2, strike 1. Yeah, we're on pace for well over 2 hours. Well over 2 hours. Step-off throw. That might be about the 7th or 8th pickoff attempt, and Kohlberg hasn't come close, and I don't think he wants to come close. I just think he wants to let the runner know that he's aware of him. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tormolen awaits. Here's the offering, and he takes a changeup, a strike on the outside corner. It's 2-2. On deck is Jesus Cardenas. The Bee Diggers have 2 hits in the game. They came from Nico Guzman and Grayson Simmons in the second inning. And the 2-2 to Tormolen, up and in. 3-2. 2-2 is just 3 words. I made it about 4 or 5 there. Throw back to first again, a pickoff attempt, nothing doing. That came from the catcher, Tybin. Well, let's see what happens here. Are they going to send Maltos Garcia 3-2 with one out? Two-step lead. He will stay. And the pitch is up and in. It's a walk on the changeup to Tormolen. 2 walks in the first, 2 walks here in the third. And here is Cardenas. Well, Jesus popped to left in his first at bat. For the third straight inning, the Beat Diggers have 2 on the base paths. Stretched by Kohlberg. And the pitch. And he swings, he pops that up into shallow center field. That could be trouble. Long run for Buckley. And the ball's going to be dropped by the second baseman on the backhand. Tormolen to second. Over to third is Maltos Garcia. Long run there by Ladner. I think I'll be kind and give Jesus a base hit only because he had to attempt it on the backhand going towards the outfielder. But it certainly had an easy chance to be caught. So a charity base hit, at least from my end. Had he ranged completely under it, that would have been an error, but that's a fallacy when they said it's automatically an error if you get a glove on it. And now I think the coach is wondering whether that should be an infield pop, an infield fly rule. But that ball was clearly in the outfield. Infield fly was not called. We saw that in that ridiculous call in the Braves-Cardinals playoff game last year where the ball was about 145 feet from home plate and they called it an infield fly even though the shortstop had no chance of catching it. Send me into a frenzy. I thought I was going to break every television in the house. But at least that didn't go against the Beat Diggers. You got to make the call, obviously, while it's happening. They can't discuss whether that's an infield fly now. That would be completely out of bounds. Here's Tyler Monday, who grounded out to second in his first at-bat, the pitch. And he swings and launches one into extremely deep left field. And that one is way out of here. A grand slam for Tyler Monday. A mammoth blast for the Beat Digger third baseman. Brush has tied the game at 4. Holy mahungus. Tell ya, I remember last year, that state tournament game against Holy Family, when he hit one down the left field line. I had to stretch my headset as far as possible because he launched it, and that was same story right there. Monday did a tremendous job of waiting on that changeup, and he sent that one towards Denver. That was launched. Here is Mike Gutierrez. Wind and pitch. And he swings and pops it foul off to the right, giving chase to the first baseman and catcher. The ball is off the fence, out of play. Gutierrez struck out swinging in the first. Well, Tyler Monday's no longer the pitcher of record. Yeah, the way Monday holds that bat looks like a toothpick. And he made that pitch look like it was sitting on a tee for him. But the Beat Diggers, again, comeback kids so far this year when they won. The pitch swung on and grounded sharply. Nice backhanded play over at third. The throw to first is going to be low and safe. Not dug out by the first baseman. It got there on the fly. Jake Barlow threw it to Schlegel. That'll be an error on Schlegel. That should have been caught. It was low, but it got there. So now both teams have committed an error. Here is Nico Guzman. He had an infield single. Just like that. Ryan Kauka's woken up, folks. He's awake now after that grand slam. Beat Diggers will have a courtesy runner, by the way. This is 1010 KSIR. Brush, Fort Morgan, Greeley, Randy Baker, the courtesy runner. And we know Randy can fly. Wind and pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Well out of the zone. It's 0-1. No balls and one strike, the offering. Swung on, driven foul, and had a play off to the left side, way out in front. No balls and 2 strikes to the sophomore center fielder, Nico Guzman. Two-step lead for Gutierrez. The Bead Diggers have tied the game at 4 on a grand slam by Tyler Monday. And the pitch swung on and popped foul. Out of play again off to the left. Count stays at 0-2, so it's a brand new ball game. And it looks like that because it's a brand new ball game, we will more than likely join the Rockies in progress. Their first pitch is at 6:10 for Milwaukee, but we're only in the third. We're 2 minutes past 5 o'clock. So unless this game ends in the next hour plus, we'll join the Rockies in progress. And the 0-2 to Guzman. Swung on and popped foul out of play. He's wasting all those pitches. Lots of foul balls hit in this game as well, including one that I decided not to play so I could preserve not breaking my left hand. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom 3. The Bead Diggers and Jaguars deadlocked at 4. Jefferson Academy scored 2 runs in the first and 2 in the third, and the Bead Diggers have countered here with 4 in the bottom of the third, and eventually those walks issued by Kohlberg were going to come back to haunt him, and they have. Baker with a lead. I think I said Gutierrez. Baker with a lead over there. The pitch, he's going. Swung on, grounded foul up the third base side. Count remains at 0-2. And Randy Baker playing his first year of varsity baseball. A tremendous athlete. Excellent football player. We know what he can do in basketball. Only a junior. Nico Guzman, only a sophomore. Step off, no throw. Not a balk because he stepped off the back of the mound. You step off the front and don't throw. That's constituted as a balk. Again, the stretch. And Guzman wastes the 0-2. Runner going. Swung on, popped foul, and out of play. Again, another changeup, and Nico has fouled off 5 in a row. And Kohlberg is really working here in the bottom of the third inning. He's already thrown 65 pitches. At least his ball-to-strike ratio is looking a little bit better. He was almost even at one point. Now 37 strikes and 28 balls. And the offering, low. One with the heater that time. Ball 1, strike 2. Serving you the best coffees, lattes, and smoothies. Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies open 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., 921 Edison Street in Brush. To make your favorite specialty drink or offer a sweet treat. The pitch in the dirt, runner going. Baker has an easy stolen base. He has it standing over there at second. Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies open 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. in Brush. Now Guzman can give the Bead Diggers the lead with a base hit in the outfield. Big lead for Baker at second. Tybin lays down the sign. It's a 2-2 to Guzman. He swings and fouls it to the screen. Oh, whatever happens here, this is a great at-bat. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat coming up to Guzman. With the G-man, Grayson Simmons on deck, and both Guzman and Simmons already have base hits in this game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on, 4 in. The Bead Diggers and Jaguars are deadlocked at 4 in the third. And Kohlberg delivers. In the dirt with a changeup, 3-2. Yeah, 10 of Kohlberg's 69 pitches have been in this at-bat. That's pretty impressive by Guzman. This will be pitch number 70. Here it is. Swung on and fisted towards left center field. Long run for Buckley. Now he's going back, and it's over his head. Waiting for a while there was Baker. Now he's around third after a very late start. He's going to score on the RBI double. Completely misjudged by Sean Buckley. Guzman with his second hit of the game. And the Bead Diggers grab a 5-4 lead in the bottom of the third inning. And we could see a pitching change. It looked like it was fisted, and that's why Buckley came in. But the ball really carried out there. I mean, it carried unlike any ball I've seen when it was not hit that hard, at least from my vantage point. But apparently Guzman got a lot more of it than I thought. There will be a pitching change. We'll take it with him. Bottom of the third inning. It's Brush 5, Jefferson Academy 4. A 2-minute break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Sean Buckley comes in from center field. He's now the new pitcher. And it looks like Will Schmidt is now in right field. Damian Wise moves from right to center. as the Bee Diggers have plated 5 runs after trailing 4-0 going into this frame. A grand slam from Tyler Monday and a run-scoring double by Nico Guzman. Here's Grayson Simmons, who has a base hit already in this game. The left-handed hitting left fielder awaits the pitch from the right-hander Buckley, and that's a fastball for a strike. It is 0-1. The runner out there is David Kohlberg's responsibility. Tybin lays down the sign, and the 0-1 offering, and the curveball is down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Keeping community banking simple and committed to their community, Morgan Federal Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. 1-1 pitch. A strike, took something off it on the outer half at the knees, and a count is at 1-2 to the Bee Digger left fielder. Brush has their first lead of the game after trailing by 4. And the pitch swung on and tapped foul up the first base side towards the Jaguars dugout. And the count remains at 1-2. Bee Diggers had a couple of hits in the second inning, but now have come through. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, got him on a changeup. The ball is dropped. The throw to first in time. Now racing to third is Guzman. He'll be there without a throw. And now there's 2 down. Well, good job of the G-man taking off, because that allowed Guzman to take off for third as soon as the throw went to first. That'll send up Alec Peterson. Peterson walked and popped to center. So he's 0 for 1 in the game. Still plenty of baseball to be played today. With Brush up 5-4. The stretch by Buckley and the offering. Swung on, that is popped up on the right side. The second baseman Ladner settles under it, makes the two-handed grab. The inning is over. However, the Bee Diggers have taken the lead as they score 5 runs, and they do it on 3 hits, including a grand slam from Tyler Monday. 1 error and 1 man left. 3 complete from Sunset Baseball Field. It's Brush 5, Jefferson Academy 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field in Brush as we head to the 4th inning in this non-league game. The Bee Diggers have taken a 5-4 lead over Jefferson Academy. It'll be 8-9-1. David Schlegel, Will Schmidt, and Tyler Gray against right-hander Ryan Hirschfeld, who came into the game in relief of Tyler Monday 1 inning ago. So Hirschfeld is now the pitcher of record for the Bee Diggers, and David Kohlberg, the starter, who is out now for Jefferson Academy, their pitcher of record. David Schlegel's 0 for 1 in the game. He struck out looking against Monday, who registered 6 strikeouts. Bee Diggers would like to move this game along. The weather the rest of the week is going to be very nice in terms of the temperature. Today it is not. Or in the low to middle 40s, I should say, not midder. Although I could say that 100 times and probably not fumble on that, considering that the breath is certainly visible. All right, now we actually have a pinch hitter. That'll be Dylan Lindholm to start the 4th. The right-handed hitter, the pitch. Fastball, a strike at the knees. Big right-handed hitter for Jefferson Academy against Ryan Hirschfeld, the junior, who gets the sign from Alec Peterson. Wind and pitch. Fastball is upstairs. Hirschfeld started 2 games last year in the state tournament. A victory over Eaton, snapping a 21-year streak, losing streak that is, and then a loss to Lamar. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the right. Look out. Will Schmidt, the on-deck hitter, nearly took one. But the count is at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter here in the 4th inning. Dylan Lindholm for Jefferson Academy. Peterson setting up on the outside corner. Hirschfeld gets the sign and the 1-2 pitch. The breaking ball called strike 3 on the inner half, and there's 1 down. It froze Lindholm, and that'll bring up Will Schmidt, hitting in David Kohlberg's spot after Kohlberg was taken out of the game in the bottom of the third inning. Schmidt now playing right field for Jefferson Academy. Wind and pitch. Fastball is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Nearly midway through. We're an hour and 15 minutes old into this game. Here's the wind and the 1-0. Swung on and tapped foul behind the plate. And the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Stop, shop, and save with all of your grocery needs and snacks for game time enjoyment. Brush Grocery Cart, 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases empty. The Beat Diggers have a 1-run lead in the top of the 4th inning. 5-4 after trailing by 4 runs. And the 1-1 to Schmidt. Inside, underneath the elbows, and the count goes to 2-1. And baseball all afternoon and into the evening as the Rockies and Brewers to follow right after this game. It's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fisted. Found the right side. Tormolen gives chase but can't get to it. The ball was only a few feet in the air on that little looper. Counted 2-2. Yeah, you look around the Beat Diggers defensively. By the way, I mentioned Tormolen and Monday, our senior. So is Jesus out in right field. Everybody else is an underclassman here. Wind and pitch. The breaking ball is high. Ball 3, strike 2 to Will Schmidt with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Peterson lays down the sign. And the 3-2 pitch. Call a strike 3. Fastball right down the middle. And that's a second strikeout in his many batters for Ryan Hirschfeld. There's 2 down. Here's Tyler Gray, who walked, scored a run, and struck out swinging. The lone left-handed hitter in this Jefferson Academy lineup. Well, that offense is translated right back to the mound here for Hirschfeld. Beat Diggers have picked it up. The pitch. Fastball. It was dropped, but it looked like it was off the plate anyway. On the outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Tyler Gray with plenty of speed. Don't know if he'll try to bunt himself on the pitch. Outside, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, Hirschfeld looked like in between innings he put an undershirt on him. The pitch. Outside corner, fastball, strike 1. 2-1 to Tyler Gray, the left-handed hitting left fielder. And Hirschfeld delivers. Swing and a miss on a fastball in the outer half. It's 2-2. Well, Tyler Monday did it in the 2nd inning. He struck out the side in order. Hirschfeld's looking to do that 2 innings later. The wind and the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Count stays at 2-2. In case you missed it, the Beat Diggers did add a game to their schedule. Friday on the road against Thornton. 3 o'clock right here on 1010 and KSIR.com. The wind and the 2-2 pitch. The breaking ball is high. Count is at 3-2. Stubbs Gas and Oil, I-76 and Highway 39 in Wiggins. Don't delay and get there to see why convenience is Stubbs' middle name. The wind and the 3-2 pitch. Ooh, he bounced it in there. Tyler Gray walks for the 2nd time in the game, and that'll bring up the right-handed hitting Damian Wise. So Jefferson Academy has the tying run at first, but there's 2 down here in the 4th inning. Wise steps in. He struck out swinging in the 1st. Then he doubled in the 3rd. Step, throw back to 1st. Nothing doing. Back in diving is Gray. Gray has a stolen base in this game as well, so Alec Peterson might have to crank up that right arm to stretch. Hirschfeld delivers. Fastball, a strike down the middle at the knees, and it's 0-1. Beat Digger pitchers have taken care of these hitters via the K. I believe that's 8 strikeouts so far in the game between Monday. And the runner going towards second. Throw back to first. Tormolen high to second. Rosenbrock comes down with it. Runs the runner back to first. Throws over to Tormolen. Tormolen off of Hirschfeld's glove into center field. And then diving into second is Gray. Well, that'll turn into a Beat Digger error as Gray advances to second. Well, I'll have to give that on Hirschfeld to throw one off his glove. It looked like it was very catchable off the pickoff attempt. And now the tying run is in scoring position. No balls and one strike to Wise. Yeah, that went from Hirschfeld to Tormolen to Rosenbrock to Tormolen off of Hirschfeld's glove, and then Gray was able to dive into second. No balls, one strike, 2 outs. A runner at second, 5-4 Brush here in the top of the 4th inning. The stretch by Hirschfeld. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball down in the zone. And it is 0-2. 0-2 to Damian Wise. He gets the sign. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball up above the letters. And Ryan Hirschfeld strikes out the side here in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, and error. And one man left. Let us head to the bottom of the 4th inning to score. It's Brush 5, Jefferson Academy 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning, and the Bead Diggers with a 5-4 lead over Jefferson Academy on a chilly Tuesday. Arnoldo Maltos Garcia steps in for Brush. A fielder's choice and a walk. The Bead Digger freshman is 0 for 1. The pitch swung on and grounded on the left side, and then underneath the glove of the third baseman to throw to first, and late as Jake Barlow couldn't make the play on the routine grounder. And Maltos now at 0 for 2 because he reached there on the error. And a very routine grounder. Didn't take a bad hop or anything. Just misplayed by the third baseman Barlow. There's Kyle Rosenbrock, who has walked and popped up to the second baseman Ladner. He is 0 for 1. Two-step lead for Maltos Garcia at first. Throw back to first, and back in standing is the freshman. Yeah, I think if Arnoldo could have that at-bat back, he would. Wasn't pleased with that swing. But at least he's on the base paths for the second time in the game. You really don't count the fielder's choice in the first. Swung on, driven deep to left field. That one is back there, and it is gone. A line drive, 2-run blast by Kyle Rosenbrock. The Bead Diggers have scored 7 unanswered runs. Brush 7, Jefferson Academy 4. Not much elevation on that one, but he hit it so hard that it got out of here in a hurry. That'll bring up Mitch Tormolen. And Rosenbrock did one thing on that pitch that he couldn't do in the second at-bat, just wait a little bit longer. Second at-bat, he was out in front of the changeup, but this is a different pitcher. That was against David Kohlberg. Buckley doesn't have the changeup that Kohlberg does. There's Mitch Tormolen, who grounded out and walked. Well, the Bead Diggers might make this a shorter game. The pitch upstairs, but they still have a lot of work to do offensively. 1 ball and no strikes. Tybin lays down the sign. Pitch by Buckley. A strike. Took something off of that at the knees. And the count is level at 1-1. Brush was down at 1 point, 4-0, but now they lead 7-4. The pitch upstairs with a fastball. Ball 2, strike 1 to Mitch Tormolen. The offense has really come around here in the last 3 games. Struggled against Sterling, Platte Valley, and then Woodland Park, but now hitting the last 3. Swung on and grounded on the left side to deep short, backhanded, long throw to first and a hop, and Tormolen is safe. He beats it out on the throw by Stephen Kohlberg. It'll be an infield single by the senior first baseman, and the Bead Diggers have their second hit of the inning. And Brush has their 7th hit of the game. Jesus Cardenas has popped out and hit a charity pop fly single. I gave him the single, at least on this end. The ball was dropped by the second baseman, Ladner, but he was racing hard towards center field with his back to the infield. So it wasn't a routine play whatsoever. A conversation now between pitcher and catcher. Jesus about to step in, and I'm sure the fans here want to end this game well before we get to the 7th inning. We're only in the 4th inning. But the Bee Diggers have got to play 7 more runs in this frame than hold Jefferson Academy if they hope to make this a 4.5-inning game. Throw back the first back in standing is Tormolen. In case you're wondering what happened earlier in this game, you can follow us pitch by pitch at KSIRsports.com. The stretch. Sean Buckley throws back to first, and then the ball is off of the runner, Tormolen, towards right field on the errant throw. Tormolen to second. And on that pickoff attempt, the error by the pitcher on the errant throw allows Tormolen to advance. All of a sudden, that's 3 errors in the game by Jefferson Academy. The Bee Diggers have committed a couple. Tyler Monday, who hit that grand slam, is on deck. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Tybin. That was the first pitch of the at-bat, 1 ball and no strikes. Look to the team at Valley View Villa for rehab, short-term, or long-term care needs. Valley View Villa, 815 Fremont, or call them 867-8261. The offering swung on, tapped foul behind the plate. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. I'll tell you what, if you're listening and you're hungry, you're in the area, these burgers smell amazing. The intoxicating smell, and I don't mean that in a bad way when I say intoxicating. I'm about to eat the sponsor list here. Man, it's good. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 on, nobody out. 2 runs in here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch upstairs with a fastball. Ball 2, strike 1 to Jesus. The Bee Diggers are in the lead by a score of 7-4. Grand slam by Monday. RBI double by Nico Guzman and a 2-run homer from Kyle Rosenbrock. The offering inside with a fastball. Ball 3, strike 1. Yeah, days like this, you want the pitcher's duel. We didn't get that. Although the Bee Digger pitchers have struck out 9 in the game. 2-1, or 3-1, fouled off to the right. Scoreboard had 2-1, or 2-1. Now it's 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jesus Cardenas here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Committed to serving those in production. Ag, Premier Farm Credit, is the gold standard in ag lending. We'll have a payoff pitch coming up to the Bee Digger right fielder momentarily. Tormolen with a big lead at second. And the offering. Swing and a miss on the ball in the dirt. They have to throw him out at first, and he runs towards first. Are they going to call him out? And I guess they do. It didn't look like he caught it on the fly, but Jesus strikes out with no throw, so apparently the strikeout was registered right at the plate. 1 down for Tyler Monday. Yeah, that looked like it would have been ball 4. Monday, before hitting the grand slam in the 3rd inning, grounded to second. Laying down the sign is Tybin. Tormolen takes the lead at second. The stretch. And the pitch to Monday. Swing and foul tipped into the glove. It's 0-1. Threw him the off-speed pitch. Monday's home run, if it didn't hit that house over there, I'd be surprised because he launched it. The offering, the breaking ball is in the dirt, and the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Buckley came into the game 1 inning ago for the starter David Kohlberg. And then he's allowed a 2-run homer here in the 4th to Kyle Rosenbrock. 1-1 to Monday. In the dirt on the breaking ball, and Tormolen back to second. He thought it got away from the catcher. It did, but not very far. 2 balls and 1 strike. On deck for the Bee Diggers is Ryan Hirschfeld. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. And Buckley stepping off the mound. I guess he wants Tybin to go through the signs once again. Monday settles back into the box. Actually, he's never moved. He's just waiting for the next pitch. And here it is. And the breaking ball is off the glove of the catcher, Tormolen, though, not to third, because, again, didn't get far away. 3 balls and 1 strike to Tyler Monday. In fact, Monday and Hirschfeld to my recollection, have the last 2 grand slams hit on this field. Hirschfeld against Strasburg in the district championship game last May, and then Monday in his last at bat. It's a 3-1 pitch to the Beedinger third baseman, and here it is. He swings and hits it off the fist towards right field. That one more than likely will drop. It does, right in front of Will Schmidt. To third is Tormolen. Monday has his second hit of the game, and the Beediggers have runners at the corners with 1 down. And here is Ryan Hirschfeld.
Number 23, Ryan Hirschfeld.
This is Hirschfeld's first plate appearance today. He could really break this thing open. The Beediggers trail by 4, now lead by 3. And Hirschfeld, of course, has got tremendous power. But against Buckley, the same philosophy that they adopted when they faced Kohlberg. You've got to be patient. Because even Monday there, he took a hard swing but didn't hit it well. He just hit it in the right spot. Runners take their leads. Tormolen at third, Monday at first. With 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning, Sean Buckley receives the sign that Hirschfeld calls time. And now it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for Tyler Monday. He's got to wait until that runner begin. Nope, no courtesy runner. That's what Coach Muniz said. Monday was about to take a step off of first towards the dugout, but he's going to stay there. The stretch. Pitch to Hirschfeld. He swings and launches it extremely high down the line here in left field. To his right is Tyler Gray in foul territory. Makes the catch. Tormolen will tag. He will score easily on the sac fly by Hirschfeld. And Brush now leads by a score of 8-4. And Monday stays put at first. Nico Guzman's had a nice game, a single and a double. His double in the 3rd inning gave the Beediggers the 5-4 lead. It's now 8-4. Stretched by Sean Buckley. And the pitch. Fastball rides up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Plenty of baseball all week involving Morgan County teams. Tomorrow on B106 and B106.com at 4 o'clock, Fort Morgan entertains Skyview, the Offering, upstairs, 2-0. Then on Thursday, Fort Morgan hosts Sterling, 4 o'clock on B106 and B106.com. Friday, both Fort Morgan and Brush will be in Thornton. The Beediggers at 3 o'clock on 10-10 against Thornton, and the Mustangs at 4 o'clock on B106 against Skyview. Down and away with a fastball. 3 balls and no strikes to Nico Guzman. With Grayson Simmons waiting to hit next. Off of first is Monday. Awaiting the 3-0 is the sophomore center fielder, and stepping out is Nico. The Beediggers have had base runners in every inning. They stranded 2 in each of the first 2 innings, but they finally capitalized in the 3rd. And now have kept it going here in the 4th. 3-0. The pitch outside, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Guzman, who's on base for the 3rd time in as many plate appearances, and that'll bring up Grayson Simmons, who has singled and struck out, so he's 1 for 2 in the game. Another visit to the mound. Well, before that, we'll have a conversation here with coach and umpire. Well, apparently not a visit to the mound. Now, the Beediggers still have to score 6 runs and hold Jefferson Academy. They don't have to do that necessarily here in the 4th inning. They could do it in the 5th and make it a 5-inning game. They could leave Jefferson Academy on the field and register what they call a walk-off win. So the left-handed hitter, Grayson Simmons, steps in for Brush. Monday at second. Hirschfeld at first. Laying down the sign is Tybin once again. And the pitch outside with a fastball. It's 1-0. Yeah, what has killed this team are these walks. Beediggers have 8 hits in the game. Jefferson Academy with 4. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup on the outer half of the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Your one-stop center for projects around your home office or yard is Ackley Building Center. They carry appliances as well. Ackley Building Center, 1402 Mill Street in Brush. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch to Simmons. Well outside. 2-1. Yeah, Buckley. 16 strikes and 15 balls. Makes for a long year if you don't have pitchers that can locate. It is 2-1. The offering on the changeup. It's outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Just shook Kevin Fergus's hand. I think his hand is about 20 degrees colder now. I've been trying to keep mine warm, and it's virtually impossible as we update KSIRsports.com. The 3-1 swung on and driven in the air to center field. Damian Wise to his right is under it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. But the Bead Diggers do capitalize as they score 3 runs in the frame, and the Bead Diggers do it on 3 hits. There were 2 errors and 2 men left. We played 4 innings from Brush. It's the Bead Diggers 8, Jefferson Academy 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's go to the 5th inning where the Bead Diggers lead Jefferson Academy by a score of 8-4. John Beltran back with you at Sunset Baseball Field. Ryan Hirschfeld begins his 2nd full inning of work. He came into the game in the 3rd inning. In relief of Tyler Monday, it'll be Stephen Kohlberg, Jake Barlow, and Michael Tybin, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, the heart of the order, coming up for Jefferson Academy. Yeah, I'm trying to get an update on the temperature here. It keeps reading 45, and maybe that's accurate. It just seems to me that it's gotten a little bit colder throughout the course of the game. So Kohlberg steps in. Yeah, 43 degrees, the official temperature now in Brush. Kohlberg is 1 for 2. He swings and hits it slowly on the ground on the left side. The shortstop Rosenbrock charges. He'll have no play. And I got to tell you, that must hurt Kohlberg because he got a lot of fists on that one. So it's an infield hit for Kohlberg on the first pitch at the top of the 5th inning on that slow roller towards Rosenbrock. And that will bring up Jake Barlow, who hit an RBI double in the first and then popped out to Tor Mullen in his 2nd at bat. Stretched by Hirschfeld. And the pitch. Fastball is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. You get the Bead Diggers to that district tournament wherever it's played. You have Hirschfeld and Rosenbrock at the top of your rotation. They're going to be tough to beat. And the offering. Swung on and popped foul. That one is out of play. And watch out for the vehicle there. Oh, it almost. Nope. Still have not broken a window in 14 years. They came close. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yep, it got close, but no cigar. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Jake Barlow. The stretch. And Hirschfeld throws back to first. Back in diving is Kohlberg. Barlow settles back in. Now we'll have tons of Brush baseball coming up throughout the month of April. At least 2 games every week, starting with this week, today and Friday, and then up to 3 games a week. Runner going, the curveball is high, and the throw to second, the slide safe. Big jump there by Stephen Kohlberg, and he has the stolen base. So he's in scoring position for Barlow as the Bead Diggers have scored 8 unanswered runs. They've turned a 4-run deficit into a 4-run lead. For Barlow, 2 balls and 1 strike. Now, this is Jefferson Academy's best shot because they do have the meat of the order. And the pitch. Fastball is high. 3-1. Oh, this could get interesting if Hirschfeld should walk Barlow. Then you have the tying run would be on deck. Now, Hirschfeld did start as a freshman on the hill, so he's got experience in getting out of jams, and he's just walked this hitter on a fastball up in the zone. And here's Michael Tybin. Tybin has reached on an error and doubled. He is 1 for 2 in the game. Now let's see what Hirschfeld can come up with here. I would doubt that as much as Jefferson Academy has run in this game that they'll be running now. Stretched by Hirschfeld and the pitch. Fastball is a strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike to Tybin. Tybin, Ladner, and Buckley, the next 3 hitters. Hirschfeld gets them all out, then he could prevent the runs from scoring. And delivers. Swung on and popped foul off to the right and out of play. Long run there for Jesus, but he's not going to get to the baseball. And the count goes to 0-2. Don't let finances stand in your way of pursuing your college education. Visit MCC online at morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. It'll get you on the right track and find out what options are available to help you no matter what age you are at MCC. You can imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goal at Morgan Community College. Still at no balls and 2 strikes, no outs, 2 on, top of the 5th inning. Peterson and Hirschfeld will converse. The Bee Diggers with an 8-4 lead as they're going for their 3rd consecutive win. And Brush now, when you look at the totals in the last 3 games, counting this one, they have scored 30 runs, an average of 10 a game, and still have more to go here. The 0-2, the throw to second. They've got him picked off. Rosenbrock will run towards third. Back to Monday. Monday back towards second. He'll toss. That looks like it's going to be late, and it is. Oh, Monday held on to the ball way too long. Matos Garcia looked like he was there covering second, but they had Kohlberg caught between second and third, and the Bee Diggers, quite frankly, today have done a terrible job at these rundowns. One was an error, and the other one held the ball too late because they certainly had Kohlberg caught. That's 2 rundowns that the Bee Diggers have botched. Well, let's see if they get Tybin here. They had the cheap out, but couldn't register. 0-2, swinging a foul off to the right on the breaking ball. And those little plays you got to make. This could have been Brush in an inning-ending double play situation. Instead, it's still 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Peterson looking for the sign for the dugout. He gets it. It'll be an 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Breaking ball is grounded to third. Monday has got it. He tags the runner going by. No throw to first. Excellent play by the Bee Diggers senior third baseman. And there's 1 down on the fielder's choice, 5 unassisted. So now 1st and 2nd
Now batting second baseman,
with
1,
1 out. And here's Aaron Radner. Radner is hit into a fielder's choice, and he was hit by a pitch, so he's officially 0 for 1. The stretch and the offering. Fastball is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes to Aaron Radner. Brush's local Napa and Hardware Hanks and Small Engine Repair Shop is Hometown Auto and Hardware, 1305 Edison Street in Brush. And the 1-0. Fastball is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Hirschfeld has struggled a bit with his control in this inning, off and on. Yeah, I mean, I was a high school pitcher and never had to deal with cold weather in South Florida. I'm sure it's not fun pitching in this weather. The pitch. Fastball is high. 3-0. Sean Buckley is the tying run. He's on deck. This game has moved along, and I use it at that pace. And the pitch. Inside, he walked him. Well, Ladner was looking for strike 1, but instead he got ball 4, and he'll take it. And the bases are now loaded for Sean Buckley. John Hirschfeld Jr. out to the mound to talk to his younger brother Ryan, just to settle him down, with the Bee Diggers holding an 8-4 lead, but the tying run at the plate with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Everybody trying to stay warm out here, including the umpires. Yeah, the average high school baseball game at this level, talking 3A level, normally about an hour, 40 minutes. Oh, we're well past that. In fact, by the time this game is over, it's going to be closer to 2 hours and 40 minutes, as painful as that might sound. But we move along. Sean Buckley is struck out and grounded out. He is 0 for 2 in the game. Little ground out. How about a 6-4-3 could get this thing over with and get the B-Diggers back into the dugout. The stretch by Hirschfeld with the bases loaded and the offering. Swung on and fisted up the third base side and foul on that little looper. It's 0-1. Yeah, Hirschfeld's got to keep the ball down. That one was elevated, and luckily for him, he kept it inside, and Buckley jammed himself with that swing. No balls and 1 strike. Looks like they'll have the JV game right after this, as they customarily do. The pitch. Breaking ball is lined down the left field line for a base hit on that soft one. 1 is in. A second runner's going to score. As crossing home plate is Michael Tybun on the 2-run bloop single down the left field line by Sean Buckley. All of a sudden, the Brush lead is down to 2. It is 8-6. Didn't get much of it, but got enough. And here is Dylan Lindholm. He is 0 for 1. He struck out looking against Hirschfeld. That was not hit hard at all, but it's all about placement at this point. Jefferson Academy has 6 hits in the game now, 2 in this inning. And they are not going away, even against a very solid right-hander in Ryan Hirschfeld. The stretch and the offering. Ooh, that ball hit him on the left shoulder. And now the bases are loaded. Second time that Hirschfeld has hit an opposing hitter. That'll bring up Will Schmidt. Well, I never thought Jefferson Academy would come back and threaten to take the lead, but if Schmidt can put a charge into one, that's what we're looking at with 1 out here in the 5th inning.
Number 12, Will Schmidt.
In an 8-6 game. Let's see if Hirschfeld stays out of the stretch. Accidents or illness can strike at any time, day or night. When they do, every second counts. As a Level 3 trauma center, Colorado Plains Medical Center can handle any kind of emergency. Colorado Plains Medical Center bringing quality care to the community. Fastball a strike. Bell tie, it's 0-1. The B-Diggers with an 8-6 lead over Jefferson Academy. They have scored 2 runs in every odd inning. In the 1st, 3rd, and 5th, the B-Diggers have swing and a foul tip off of Peterson. 5 runs in the 3rd and 3 more in the 4th. No balls and 2 strikes. And they might throw the curveball, but you got to make sure it breaks. If not, you nail this hitter as well. The 0-2. Fastball is upstairs. Yeah, I think that Hirschfeld's going to be very careful about throwing the curveball. In this cold weather, if it doesn't break, you risk the chance of the ball nailing the hitter. 1 ball and 2 strikes as he steps off. He is operating out of the windup, by the way. The leadoff hitter in the lineup, Tyler Gray, waits to hit next. The wind and the pitch to Will Schmidt. The breaking ball is inside. Oh, that was close. He had to back off. 2-2. This has got to be a money pitch for Hirschfeld. If not, he takes it down to the extreme. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul right into Peterson's glove. He strikes him out. And there's 2 down. That's a big strikeout for Ryan Hirschfeld. Nice job of hanging on there by Peterson.
Number 5, Tyler Gray.
Well, Jefferson Academy has done things in patterns. 2 runs in every odd inning. How about Gray? Walked, struck out, and walked. Let's see if he strikes out. Takes a fastball down and in. It's 1-0. At third is Ladner. Sean Buckley's at second. Dylan Lindholm is at first. The B-Diggers lead by just 2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Wine in the 1-0. Swung on and fisted foul and off the screen, and the count is leveled at 1 ball and 1 strike. The weather's going to warm up considerably after today. Today was the bad day this week. And the pitch. Fastball, a strike on the outside corner. That's the best pitch thrown by Hirschfeld definitely in this inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He did strike out the side in the 4th. The stretch and the pitch. Swung on and foul straight back. A fastball right up in the zone, and Gray got a piece of it. Count remains at 1-2. to Tyler Gray. Hirschfeld looks in for the sign. The stretch and the offering. Swing and a miss, and Peterson just steps on home plate as the ball was dropped, and the inning is finally over. However, pretty good inning there for Jefferson Academy. They scored twice on 2 hits. There were no errors, and the bases were left loaded. Let's head to the bottom of the 5th inning after the break. It's Brush 8, Jefferson Academy 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning at Sunset Baseball Field in Brush, where the Bee Diggers lead over Jefferson Academy by a score of 8-6. And Sean Buckley back on the mound for the Jaguars. And the Bee Diggers will send up the top of the order. It'll be Alec Peterson, followed by Arnoldo Maltos Garcia and Kyle Rosenbrock. So for the Bee Diggers to end the game here, they'd have to score 8 runs. I'm thinking of the best case scenario at this point, considering it's not getting any warmer, that's for sure. And apparently 5 layers is almost not enough. Peterson has walked and popped out twice. He's 0 for 2. The stretch and the pitch, and the breaking ball is low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. To the Bee Digger catcher. Peterson awaits the 1-0. Swing and a miss. He tried to hit that one a long way over, swung, and the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Sean Buckley with the bases empty, working out of the stretch. And the offering. Breaking ball is down in the dirt. Ball 2, strike 1 to Alec Peterson. Even though we still have plenty of baseball left, the Bee Diggers are essentially 6 outs away from winning the game since we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. And a 2-1. Swung on and popped up again. Very high into shallow left center field. Let's see who's going to make the play. And the ball's just going to drop. As Wise and Kohlberg converged and nobody made the play, it's going to drop in for a base hit. Oh, that's frustrating to a pitcher. That play should definitely be made. Nonetheless, the Bee Diggers will take it. That's their 9th hit of the game. Here's Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. Fielder's choice, a walk, and he reached on an error. He is 0 for 2. The freshman awaits with a throw back to first. Peterson back in standing. Yeah, if you get everybody through the order here in this inning, we can get out of here. The stretch by Buckley. And the pitch. Low and away with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 runs in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th innings for Jefferson Academy. 5 in the 3rd and 3 in the 4th for Brush. And looking for more in the 5th with 1 on and nobody out. And the 1-0. Fastball, a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tyler Monday did have a 1-2-3 second inning. That's about it in this game. Everything else has been 4 batters or more, and usually more than 4 batters. 1-1 pitch, and that breaking ball is in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Kyle Rosenbrock. Arnoldo awaits the 2-1 pitch. The board says 3-0. Low throw to first, dug out over there by Lindholm. Two and 1. The stretch and the offering, well outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. And Buckley, 21 balls and 20 strikes to this point. Makes for a long day here. Tybin lays down the sign. And the pitch. Swung on and fisted on the ground towards short. And the play is going to be made to first, and that's going to be in time as Kohlberg retires Maltos Garcia, advancing to second as Peterson. And that will bring up Kyle Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock has walked, popped out, and in the fourth inning, a line drive, 2-run homer. And he now bats against Sean Buckley. The stretch and the pitch. A strike with a changeup. It's 0-1 at the knees. The Beat Diggers led by as many as 4. They could take a 4-run lead again if Rosenbrock goes deep again. And the 0-1 in the dirt with a breaking ball. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Rosenbrock had 2 home runs in the district tournament win against St. Mary's last year, then a 3-run homer in the state championship game against the Eaton Reds. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. A 2-run lead for the Beat Diggers over Jefferson Academy, 8-6 in the 5th. The pitch. And he swings and grounds it foul up the third base side. Count is now at 1-2. To the Beat Digger shortstop, Kyle Rosenbrock. Buckley stretches. Buckley pitches. Upstairs with a changeup. It's 2-2. Straight up at 6 o'clock. We're 2 hours deep into this game. This is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Denver. I'm John Beltran. And the pitch. Swung on and fisted on the ground towards short, and Kohlberg plays it off his body, throws to first and late, and then the ball gets by the first baseman, and headed to second now is going to be Rosenbrock. Over to third, obviously, is Peterson. That's going to be 2 errors on 1 play by the shortstop, allowing Rosenbrock to reach, then throwing it away. That'll bring up Mitch Tormolin, who has grounded out, walked, and singled. 1 for 2 in the game. And we'll have another pitching change. We'll take it with him. Back in 2 minutes, the score. Brush 8, Jefferson Academy 6 in the 5th inning on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Mitch Tormolin takes a changeup upstairs. The new pitcher's Jake Barlow moves from third to the mound. Sean Buckley's back in center. Damian Wise back in right. Dylan Lindholm goes from first to third, and Will Schmidt goes from right to first. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and grounded to short. Kohlberg has got it on a knee, gets up, throws to first, and in time to retire Tormolin. Scoring as Peterson, to third as Rosenbrock. The Beat Diggers now lead by a score of 9-6. They'll give the RBI to Mitch Tormolin. Here's Jesus Cardenas, who was popped out and hit a pop fly single and struck out swinging. Yeah, so still a ball game here. The Beat Diggers only up by 3, even though they've got 6 outs to register. The stretch, pitched by Barlow, swung on and grounded sharply to short. Kohlberg again to a knee, gets up, throws low, but in time, and Jesus Cardenas is retired, and the inning is over. The Beat Diggers do score a run, as they have now grabbed a 3-run lead. And Brush scores the run. On 1 base hit, there were 2 errors and a man left. 5 complete from Brush. It's Brush 9, Jefferson Academy 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. We head to the 6th inning. And that's good news for Brush because they have been outstanding on the mound and defensively during the even innings, as the Jaguars have 2 runs in the first, third, and 5th innings, and they have been shut out in the 2nd and 4th inning. Damian Wise will begin the 6th for Jefferson Academy, followed by Stephen Kohlberg and Jake Barlow against right-hander Ryan Hirschfeld. Wise has struck out twice. Sandwiched in between those 2 Ks was a double. And that came in the 3rd inning. And Ryan Hirschfeld in the 3rd inning came into the game and has been effective since then. Although he has hit a couple of batters. The pitch. Fastball is low. 1 ball and no strikes to Damian Wise. Back in right field for Jefferson Academy, the pitch. Fastball, a strike at the knees. And the count is level at 1-1. Line and pitch. Fastball, a strike on the outside corner at the knees. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind and pitch. Swing and a miss, and a fastball just above belt level, and there's 1 down. In the 6th inning.
Now batting shortstop, number 8.
Here's Stephen Kohlberg, who has a strikeout to his credit, but has singled twice as well. Yeah, our program cooperates here, just trying to get some updated numbers on Hirschfeld. Wind and pitch. Swag and a miss. He threw the fastball right by him, and the count is at 0-1. Brush has scored in the last 3 innings. Now looking to get back in the dugout. Fastball is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hirschfeld has struck out 5 in the game, issued 3 walks. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Yeah, B-Digger pitchers have combined for 11 strikeouts in the game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind and pitch, up and in. One with a heater, it's 2-2. We'll join the Rockies and Brewers in progress, because they will throw the first pitch in 2 minutes, and we won't get out of here by then. And the 2-2. Curveball is popped up into shallow right center field. A long run for Guzman to his left. He's under, and he dropped the ball. Now Guzman picks it up and gets it back towards the infield. And that will be a B-Digger error on the center fielder, Guzman. It looked like a routine play. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he was there and then just simply dropped it. Oh, here's Jake Barlow, who's doubled, popped out, and walked. He's 1 for 2. Yeah, the defense in this game has not been good. 5 errors for Jefferson Academy, 3 by Brush. Fouled straight back. It's 0-1. That's one of the reasons we're at 2 hours and 9 minutes. The errors, there have been some walks, some long half innings, and only 1-2-3 half inning. That was the 2nd inning where Monday struck out the side. Throw back to first, back in diving is Kohlberg, who is now officially 2 for 4 in the game. The B-Diggers will be playing on Friday when it's much warmer in Thornton against Thornton. 3 o'clock on 1010 and KSIR.com. And the pitch out, nothing doing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here to the right-handed hitting Jake Barlow. You don't have to close on your house alone. Northern Colorado Title at 130 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan will provide you with a stress-free closing. Northern Colorado Title. 1-1 pitch. The breaking ball is a beauty. Right down the middle is strike 2. It froze Barlow. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And as rough as the conditions are here, I understand it was much worse in Colorado Springs. The pitch swung on and driven in the air into left center field. Guzman to his right, to his left, and back to his right. As to his left was Grayson Simmons, who took a look over at Nico, and Guzman makes the catch, and there's 2 down. The outfielders did a nice job of making sure the other one was not going to run into the other, even though they weren't that close in the end. 2 down for Michael Tybin, who's reached on an air, doubled, and hit into a fielder's choice. He's 1 for 3. Rush now 4 outs away, and count that down with every rising degree, or falling degree, I should say. Temperature now in the lower 40s. Here in the 6th inning, in Brush, Ryan Hirschfeld going to the mouth to stay warm, squaring to bunt, and the pitch is taken for a ball. The throw to second is up the shortstop side, a stolen base. And I believe that's the 5th of the game already for Jefferson Academy as Stephen Kohlberg is in scoring position. One ball, it says 0-1 on the board. I'm not sure. I thought I had it at 1-0, but we'll see. We'll check with the umpire here momentarily. The pitch, fastball, a strike. And I've got it at 1-1 as the first pitch looked like it was inside. Yep, 1 ball, 1 strike. With 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. And the Bead Diggers leading Jefferson Academy 9-6. Hirschfeld stretches. Hirschfeld delivers. Swung on and fouled off to the right. And the count is at 1-2. The Bead Diggers won 18 games 1 year ago. They went on a 12-game winning streak on their way to the state championship game, or the semifinals, before they lost in the state championship. Swung on and popped up into shallow right field. Jesus Cardenas is under it and makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, a Bead Digger error, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The score, Brush 9, Jefferson Academy 6. You're listening to Brush Bead Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Bottom of the 6th inning, the Bead Diggers lead the Jaguars of Jefferson Academy by a score of 9-6. Tyler Monday will lead off for the Bead Diggers against right-hander Jake Barlow, the 3rd pitcher for Jefferson Academy in this game. Brush, after trailing 4-0, scored 8 unanswered runs. The Jaguars drove to within 2. But then Brush stretched it out in an RBI ground out by Mish Tormolen 1 inning ago. Monday had maybe the biggest hit of the game. A grand slam in the 3rd inning with the Bead Diggers down 4-0. He's also grounded out and singled. He is 2 for 3 in the game. He started this game on the mound. Stretched by Barlow with the bases empty, and the breaking ball is low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Hopefully this is the longest game of the year, because we're at 2 hours and 14 minutes already. That's long for a high school baseball game. Offering. Curveball, swing and a miss. And the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. To Tyler Monday, who's now playing 3rd for the Bead Diggers. Barlow delivers. Curveball is down and away. We'll have a very brief post-game show. And then as soon as this game is over, should be about the 2nd inning, we'll take you to the Rockies and Brewers. Fastball, a strike at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tyler Monday as they're underway, by the way, from Milwaukee. 2nd of that 3-game set. And Barlow pitches. Swung on and popped up. On the right side, the second baseman Radner on the edge of the grass makes the catch, and there's 1 down. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning for Ryan Hirschfeld.
Now batting, pitcher number 23.
Hirschfeld delivered a sacrifice fly, giving the Bead Diggers their 3rd run of that 4th inning. So this is his 2nd plate appearance, but no at-bats as of yet. Hirschfeld looking to win this game on the mound. The pitch swung on. That is popped up extremely high towards the second baseman, Radner. 2 steps to his left, under it, makes the grab, and there's 2 down. You could tell that Hirschfeld wanted to hit that a long way. He dropped that shoulder. When you drop the shoulder, if you don't hit it perfectly, there are issues. And that was the issue. You pop it up. Nico Guzman's had a perfect day. A single, an RBI double, and a walk. And the pitch. And he takes a breaking ball for a strike on the outer half of the knees. It's 0-1. Brush with a victory would improve to 3-3 after starting off the season 0-3. Barlow gets the sign. And the 0-1 pitch. A strike at the knees with a fastball. It's 0-2. The Bead Diggers have not been retired in order in the game. Barlow stretches. And the pitch. Fastball is up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. To Nico Guzman. He settles back into the box. And the offering. Curveball is fouled off to the right. He's not happy with himself. Looked like he was going to duck out of the way, then realizing that it was in the hitter zone, maybe a little bit too high, and he took a very odd swing, but he made contact to stay alive in the count. 1-2. Curveball is upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the B-Digger sophomore. With 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and the B-Diggers lead Jefferson Academy 9-6. And the pitch swung on and foul back. And the count remains at 2-2. The stretch and the offering swung on and lifted on the right side. Damian Wise in right field along the line makes the grab. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Jake Barlow. We'll head to the 7th inning. And the B-Diggers are holding a 9-6 lead over Jefferson Academy on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. All right, Ryan Hirschfeld begins his 4th full inning of work. He came into the game in the 3rd inning. So he's certainly been a workhorse for the B-Diggers. As the B-Diggers hold a 9-6 lead. And let's see who's up here for Jefferson Academy to begin the 7th inning. It'll be Aaron Ladner, Sean Buckley, and Dylan Lindholm, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. The Brush is looking to put this away. With a 9-6 lead. Ladner in the game is hit into a fielder's choice, hit by a pitch and walked. He is 0 for 1. Here's the wind and offering. Fastball is a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Hirschfeld has done a masterful job since coming into the game. The offering. Fastball down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. 71 pitches thrown by Hirschfeld. The pitch. Swing and a miss on that fastball. It's 0-2. Check that. 1 ball and 2 strikes. To the Jefferson Academy second baseman. Wind and pitch. Swung on in line towards right field for a base hit. Well, that's the way the 7th inning starts. Jefferson Academy picks up their 7th hit of the game. Sean Buckley is 1 for 3, struck out, grounded out, and delivered a 2-run single. And again, this is an odd inning. Jefferson Academy scored 2 in the first, 2 in the third, 2 in the fifth. They were shut out in the even innings. Stretch and pitch. Swung on and fouled back. The count is at 0-1. Rockies and Brewers upcoming. Right after this game on 10-10. That pitch is away. 1 ball and 1 strike. To Sean Buckley. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, nobody out in the 7th. A stretch by Hirschfeld. A pitch. Swung on and grounded left side. Monday at third. Will throw to second. That is 1. And Matos Garcia will hold the baseball. They get the fielder's choice. 6-4. 1 down in the 7th inning. Or check that 5-4, by the way. Here's Dylan Lindholm. Lindholm was hit by a pitch in his most recent plate appearance. He struck out looking. Earlier in the game, he's 0 for 1. Throw back to first, back and diving is Buckley. Big play by Monday. If that ball gets into left field, that's a first and second situation with nobody out in the tying run at the plate. Hirschfeld stretches. And the throw back to first, back and diving is Buckley once again. Of course, you can follow us pitch by pitch, KSIRsports.com. We mentioned that a few times, but that's a big feature we have. You can look back at what happened in the earlier innings. The pitch. Swag and a miss on that fastball belt high. It's 0-1. This is really like a start for Hirschfeld, considering that by the time he's done, he's going to eclipse the 80-pitch mark. No balls and 1 strike. And the junior throws back to first. Had him leaning, but back in diving is Sean Buckley. Lindholm back in the box. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The Bee Diggers are 2 outs away from moving to 3-3. Hirschfeld delivers. Swung on and grounded to short. Rosenbrock to his right. Throws to second for 1. Matos to first. Double play! 6-4-3. And the Bee Diggers have won the game over the Jefferson Academy Jaguars by a score of 9-6. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back with a recap right here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field. Welcome to the Bee Digger postgame show, brought to you by Buildings by Design and Brush, which takes pride in their workmanship and quality of their relationships with clients. For a free bid, call Pat Walter, 842-5837. Building today's business. Buildings by Design. The Bee Diggers win the game 9-6 over Jefferson Academy. 9 runs on 9 hits, 3 errors, 8 left on base for Jefferson Academy. 6 runs on 7 hits, 5 errors, 8 left on base. The winning pitcher was Ryan Hirschfeld in relief of Tyler Monday. And David Kohlberg takes the loss. The time of the game, 2 hours and 25 minutes. Jefferson Academy grabbed a 2-0 lead in the first inning, getting a Jake Barlow RBI double, and then an error made it 2-0. It was 4-0 after 3 more runs, or 2 more, I should say, if I do my math correctly, in the third inning. Scoring on a wild pitch and a pass ball were a couple of Jaguars, but the Bee Diggers then grabbed the lead for good in the bottom of the third. A grand slam for Tyler Monday and an RBI double from Nico Guzman made it 5-4. Then a 2-run homer from Kyle Rosenbrock and a sac fly by Ryan Hirschfeld made it 8-4 in the fourth inning. Sean Buckley came back for Jefferson Academy with a 2-run single, drawing the Jaguars to within 2 at 8-6. Then Mitch Tormolen added an RBI ground out in the bottom of the fifth inning, and that's the final score as the Bee Diggers win the game, and they move to 3-3 on the year. Jefferson Academy at 0-1-1 after falling to the Bee Diggers today. Next up for the Bee Diggers, they'll be back in action coming up on Friday. We'll have the game at 3 o'clock right here on 1010 as well as KSIR.com on the road against Thornton. Sound engineer and producer of Brush Bee Digger Baseball has been Rose Condas. A great job as always. I'm John Beltran. The final score once again from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. The Bee Diggers 9, the Jefferson Academy Jaguars 6. We'll send you to the Rockies and Brewers right after this on 1010 KSIR, and you've been listening to Brush Bee Digger Baseball as well on KSIR.com.